courtside restatements, Jesse Palmer and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. It's Peoples. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And he's got it inside the 35. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Tate. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Aller. He's going to go for a big one. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really, since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State? A big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes, and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
On the direct snap, it's Singleton. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
On the play. And, man, that's a great job by this defense, using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score. They get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Dumps it to the back. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy.
You know, quarterbacks have to be careful throwing over the middle. Locked in on the QB. Knew exactly where he was going with the ball. He was able to jump in front of it and pick it off.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Just ran him over.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. The Nittany Lions are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Looking to throw, it's Aller. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Pena. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back to pass on second down. Fires left. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Pena. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Nittany Lions need to pick it up on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Got enough for the first down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown run.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Aller. Got a man. It's Singleton. At the 40. There he goes. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Finds his man. It's Singleton. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They want to throw it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
With the catch, it's Tate. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the 1st down.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Tate. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Across the 10. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 1st downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This deep.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And man, the defense defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Allard. Makes the catch. It's Ross. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They might go back to that one in the big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Starts to scramble to the left. Fires deep on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. The short hands, it's Pena. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, going to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Converts on fourth down, still going. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pena. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Oh, sweet feet.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wide open spaces. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Nittany Lions are on the move. This quarterback part of their running game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
On the direct snap, it's Allen. He makes his way into the end zone for the 2, and now they trail by just 13. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
To the air, it's Sayin. Quick completion on the out. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
Well, the good news is after that 2nd pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. But this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the 2nd half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the 2nd half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Makes the grab. It's Pena. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. To the air, it's Aller. Got the back over the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the comeback is on. 2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Direct snap. It's Singleton. Makes his way into the end zone for the deuce, and now they're within 5. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field, score some runs.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Going to swing it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Working that left side. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Going to try to get it himself.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you can tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
To the air, it's Sayin. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. 1 more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get it in.
This second down pass complete to the wide out. Pickup of 2. First and goal, Ohio State.
They'll come to the line, first and goal with the lead, and the clock working in their favor. Sends it back in motion. He wants to throw it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll go to the air on second and short. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line. But 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a third down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
They'll run it here on third and goal. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights, it's good.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Throwing right. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Got the first down. Looking for more.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Got some room under the goal line. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Penn State.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. The play action fake. Floating away. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
And that is how we will wrap this one up. With Ohio State once again taking down Penn State.